Hi guys, I'm Lisa,
And I'm Angela.
and we're One of a Kind Milwaukee.
Okay, we are here today wrapping up summer and looking ahead to some fall plans. Because, summer went too quick.
We said it was going to go by quickly.
It really does. But lucky for me, fall is my favorite anyway. Season-wise, temperature-wise. Depends on summer. It's hot and sweaty.
I feel like fall has become hot and sweaty though, too.
That's true. It does tend to roll into at least early fall around here sometimes, but
Mm-hmm.
I love me a good hoodie weather.
I feel like that's December now.
Yeah, but crunchy leaves and bonfires and pumpkin farms are, yeah, yeah,
For the vibe. They're the vibe.
they're totally the vibe. Pumpkin spice, anything.
Really nice. Brat, summer's over.
Yep.
Okay. We're feeling cutesy and demure for the fall. Let's see how many things I can throw out. Let's see how cringe I can be.
All the hashtag TikTokers.
Mm-hmm. Am I using them correctly? Maybe. Maybe not.
You're probably closer than I am.
But
I think they're saying that Demure thing is a millennial thing, aren't they? Or is it a Gen Z? I don't know.
I think technically both of them are Gen Z,
Okay.
and
I just know
millennial
that
is trying to understand.
all my Gen X friends are on like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't know what it's about. I just am tired of seeing it.
Yeah, but I feel like I have successfully accomplished a brat summer. It's
Yeah, I've heard that, but I don't know what it means. The only time I actually like saw what I thought was the explanation was a guy asking her daughter, like his daughter, Jesus, but she was like young, and she said
yeah.
Brat was like a boy something. Like
N-
I don't even remember.
What? No.
I don't know. I don't know. Like
No. Okay. Let's look it up on the interwebs. I know that I found a really good TikTok that like explained it to like millennials. Here's an article from six days ago from today. So it's real.
hard-hitting journalism.
Yeah.
Got it.
This is on, what the kids are saying. It says, Brat Summer, pop culture and politics taking over. All right. So, because it's based off of, the Charlie XCX, like, Brat album, but Brat as an
Oh,
aesthetic. So it's an aesthetic.
okay.
Okay.
I don't-
It's like carefree. It's like, see, everyone is saying Brat Summer is ending and Demure Fall is beginning. So
Yeah, we're right on schedule.
So that's what's happening, but we need to define it, folks. We need to define it. It's like Brat Summer. It's happening. I've had it. I feel like it's an adjective. It's unapologetic. It's a messy girl aesthetic.
So my AI, whatever, I don't know, whoever that's whatever,
Okay.
my non-Apple nameless
Yeah,
AI.
yeah, yeah. Mhm.
It says it combines elements of a party girl lifestyle with polished edge to create a unique style that stands out. But then it goes on to say, like, Brat is someone who's honest, blunt, a little bit volatile, and maybe says dumb things sometimes. So I want to say that that's what the girl was referencing, was like guys who say something dumb or are rude or something like that
Mm.
with Brat. That's, yeah, okay
See,
then.
yeah. Brat Summer encourages enjoying life as much as you can in spite of the struggles you're facing.
All right, I'll give you that for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna be nice to say, like, you had like a hot girl summer, you had to glow up, you've been outside all like so much. Like, I think you killed summer this year.
Thanks. I feel like summer I need it to last a little bit longer, but I did a lot of things, but that in a way that felt like overwhelming though at the same time,
Yeah, I felt like I was busy all summer and I didn't do anything at the same time. I don't know.
Yeah, I like encouraging you to enjoy life as much as you can, like despite everything else happening. Like I guess like that's the viewpoint that I take on like. So in my brat summer, one of the things I did was learn how to paddleboard, kayak, board.
Yeah, definitely don't ask me what the proper term is for what you're doing, but
Yeah, well, because
it is a weird little hybrid thing you got going on.
yeah, because back issues, because so it's a paddleboard, but I got it with the seat, like a kayak seat, so it convert if you want.
Well, You were also out on that little boat, two-person boat, canoe, inflatable.
Technically 5-person.
Shut up. 5 people would not fit in
No
it.
shoot, no shit, no shoot. It is a 5-person inflatable up to 1,300 pounds. That's my brother's boat.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that
Yep.
looks cool for like the part where you had paddled out and you were just chilling for a while. That looked real nice.
Yeah. And until I freaked out on the way back thinking we weren't going to make it back. And then I hand oared the way to shore like a crazy person. So I think I was also dehydrated. Fun fact, if you go on the water, bring all the water with you.
And lots of sunscreen. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, so I ended up getting that Frog brand, Bullfrog brand,
Okay.
as a sunscreen bug spray combo that's waterproof. So
Okay.
not only good for water, but like hiking, like whatever, like outdoorsy thing you're doing. And it's nice because it's like a spray. It's not like an aerosol spray. It's just like a spray. And, so it's not like a spray. It's a spray.
But you don't use that on the face then, right? If it's
Not
got
on the face. No, not on the face. But like arms, like I put it on my clothes too. Like I'll actually spray my clothes with it.
Oh, it's not greasy? Like it wouldn't
It's not greasy.
stain it?
It is not greasy, and it's a 50 SPF, and it works very, very well with the bugs, because the bugs are out on with the water in the woods, these areas. Because when I didn't use the bug spray, I did give it.
Yeah, I could see that from your videos and stuff. Like the places
Mhm.
you went looked really cool, but I could see how they would definitely be buggy.
Like buggy. Yeah, that's the not fun part. Like I don't like nature for the nature part. Like I like nature for when it's like pretty, but then when the bugs come out, why do they have to do that? That's so rude. Like
Yeah.
it's so rude. It's just like the rudest thing on the planet. Like why do you have to interrupt my time and go buzz 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 and bite me or like creepy crawly?
Yeah.
Rude.
Well, I was attacked by flies at the state fair, so they're just
Yeah, those were nasty
what they
little.
want.
Those were nasty little buggers. But I'm also a nature disruptor. Here, my brother and his girlfriend, we went to a place that they kayak frequent. And he likes to kayak fish, so he'll fish, and she gets stuck just like being on her phone, then on her kayak while he fishes, because he'll fish for like hours. He could fish for hours. He could fish for hours. And just leave her there. She says like she'll go if they don't do the kayak version, she'll just bring a chair and camp out.
Okay.
But they were on their kayaks, and my friend and I were on our boards, and we were like, I don't know exactly what body of water it was. They just sent us the pin, to meet, and it was kind of off of a side point. It had a spot for you to park, an access point. And it was like a stream river that we went through, and we went upstream through it, and it was really cool. It was a decent current that we went against. It's really pretty, and everyone's like, yeah, it's like really pretty. But then there's me, because I'm behind, because everyone's like rushing. I'm like, why are y'all rushing? Why are you rushing? Like, why are we going so fast? Because they're like, you're so like, they're like, are you okay back there? Because they can't see me because it's very twisty turny. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just enjoying. Like, why do we need to go so fast? Like, I don't know how much further we have to go. I do not want to wear myself out. We're going against the current. I am taking it easy. Easy breezy. And because I'm at the back, I'm also getting it's harder because I'm having to deal with their paddling, right? So
Okay.
I'm getting even more work that I'm having to do and to paddle again. And then on this route, there's a bridge, and you have to go under the bridge. There's not a lot of yeah. There's not a lot of clearance, so you have to lay down, or you can get off of your or you can get off of your watercraft and just pick it up and walk around the bridge.
Like go to the edge and walk
Yeah, you can just get off. You can just get off, pick up your device, and walk around and get on the other side. Because you then have to manage to still paddle against current to get under at the same time. And the water wasn't super high, but the clearance was really not a lot of clearance. And with the board, when you're on the paddleboard, you're above surface, where them in their kayaks, at least they're in the water a little bit more.
Right.
For them, they're flat. So Savannah, my brother's girlfriend, she goes through. She gets through decently okay. She guided herself by touching the roof of the bridge, and there's spiders. So then I get towards it, and I'm like, I don't know. Andrea makes her way through. She does decently fine. She does it. She does fine. She does okay. She gets through. I go, and they're like, you're gonna just have to, they're like, grab the ceiling. And I go, oh, hell no. To the no, no. I just start singing that song. I just start singing the hell no song. And I jump off my thing, and I just get up, and I just start talking out loud, so loud. Joseph, he gets stuck. He got stuck. He got stuck under the bridge. So I'm cracking up. I'm cracking up as I'm walking around this bridge laughing. He's stuck under the bridge. Trying to paddle against the current. Fuck. They kept going. They kept paddling. I can't help him because if I try to help him, I'll go backwards under the bridge because there's current. So like, it's actually a lot of work to move it. So
You're
he's
not
stuck.
you're not really selling me on this as a relaxing activity.
It is. With this little situation with this little route. No, but it was so funny. And he got stuck, and I said, y'all should have just walked around. I said, the troll under that bridge is like, it's got you, like. But then I just kept going, and I just kept, and I was like, man. And they waited for me, because then he goes fast, and he catches up to them, and I was like, fine. I guess I'm out here paddling on my own. Here I thought we were doing a nice group activity, but apparently I'm not a part of the group. Apparently I'm solo paddling. You guys are on your little trio paddle, and I'm just solo paddling. But I was a nature disruptor because I was like, thank God we're the only ones out here, because if we weren't, people would probably be like, can this person shut up already? But but then once we got like out of the like river stream area, it opened up into a lake. And then that's like where he fished. And then we just kind of like chilled and like what's nice about the paddleboard is even like with my seat, like I use my seat like a pillow then. Like you could just you could just kick back and lay back. Kick back and lay back and just chill. And we just talked. You could just if you had a book, have a book. Read your book, take a nap.
Yeah, I don't trust that I would be able to keep anything from falling into the water.
The boards they're like 12 feet long. Yeah.
But they're not that wide. Clumsy. I don't think
36 inches.
Really?
Yeah. It's not like a surfboard. But yeah. And then took Harley on it for the first time on vacation. He did not make us fall in the water, so that was he knew too. Put the life vest on him. He went to the fence at the Airbnb and was like, okay, I'm supposed to go down there. Like,
That's awesome.
It was funny. He did try jumping off, but I think it was more so because like the other dogs were up in the yard, like at the fence, because like the river was right in the backyard of the property. So gonna take him out again, I think, with the holiday weekend and stuff. We'll see how he does on like a different environment.
You have him on a leash?
Yeah, on a leash too. Yeah, just for additional safety, because he knows how to swim. Like, so when we would do swimming, he wouldn't wear a life vest. Initially, he did when he was learning to swim, if you want to say.
Yeah.
But then once he was comfortable with it and did a lot, he didn't wear the life vest. But because now we're introducing like a new variable, I guess, I want him in the life vest just because he gets like freaked out more with it, or what if his foot gets caught as he jumps off or whatever it may be. And then also it makes it easier for me to help him too, because with the life vest on, it has a strap right on top where I can actually like just basically pick him up, like out of the water too, which is nice. And then by having the leash on it, at least for, until he's like fully trained, I'd say, by having the leash, I can then limit his mobility.
Right. I'd be like, here, go swim. I'm gonna like
Yeah,
way back.
so that water was
Sled dog.
We had some nasty water in that river. It was very like it's like a slimy, like mucky bottom of the river. So if it was a different type of water, I would have.
So then how do you get in it then? Oh, or on it?
Yeah, so normally I would stand in the water to get on my board, but I managed to actually just do a kneel on option because they had a floating dock. So I literally just transferred myself from the floating dock onto it. So I did do actually a different method to get myself onto the board this time around, which was nice to try because then I did try out some different, I guess, like techniques for paddling and stuff then too. Because that's what's kind of nice too with the paddleboard option is there's so many different ways that you can use it too. Like ways
Could
to sit and
could you stand on that board if you chose to?
yes. And I think I actually can. I think I have the stability for it, but I did not want to fall in that water.
Yeah, no, I get
Yeah.
that.
So I do think I have the stability for it. Because I tried, I did on my knees, but like like not standing up on my knees, but like fully,
Yeah, I got it.
you
Not sitting.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I wasn't like sitting on my knees. I was
yeah,
upright on my knees and I felt comfortable and like stable. And like I stood up on it to get off of it.
yeah. See, those are all the things that I'm like, yep, nope, nope.
So, and I would love to then like be able to do like some like very like calm like yoga eventually on it too.
Yeah, I've
Like
seen.
so like that's like a, you know, and with the type of seat that I have, unfortunately it does not have like clips, so it's currently have it just so it like stays on there, and I figured out how to fold it because it's an inflatable one, you know, that I have, not like a solid one. And so I figured out a way to fold it so I can keep the seat on it, which makes it so much easier. But even with the seat on it, like I can still choose to stand on it or kneel on it, like because of where the seat's positioned. But I think like some like the yoga things would be hard to do, obviously, with the seat. So I might need to figure out just how to redo the way that the seat connects. But I think that's simply just me getting like some D-rings and like clips and redoing like the straps myself kind of thing. But that's like a next year thing because obviously it's only
Yeah,
going to be able to go out a few more times. But hopefully, I mean, my hope is to get it out like through end of September, October. I mean, because as long as you have warm stuff on, and I wear my Keens, so my feet can't get wet and they're fine, kind of thing. But I really want to try out. They don't have anything planned. They have a couple things planned for September, but not their like musical ones. But they have some sunset tours. But Milwaukee Kayak Company has a bunch of different like group events. It's kind of nice, different prices like if you have your own like watercraft vessel, you know, or like if you don't have one, then you can also pay more and then like rent from them for to
whatever
use one of
it is.
their
Yeah,
kayaks. But they do this like funk club wagon thing with like music that you can like you like follow this like boat with like music playing and stuff. But I think that ends in August here. But they do have like some sunset tours in September that they do, but they like partner with like different organizations as well. And I even actually educated some people that have been paddling for a while on a
Mhm.
resource because you know me and my research. I found a bunch
That's
of
what we
apps.
do everywhere we go. We know something.
So I use, well, I have the Coast Guard app like for like safety stuff, which I actually didn't end up having to use because we had a situation that took place. Not like crazy horrible emergency, but we kind of had a situation take place. So did end up using the Coast Guard thing, but then later found out, so if you do have issues on the water and like you're in Milwaukee County at least, you still would call the non-emergency police. So just so you're aware, even though it's a water situation, you would call, like, even though it's happening on the water, you would call the non-emergency police. I didn't know that.
That's just
So,
an emergency, to be clear.
and if it's an emergency, then you would call 911, you know. But I figured like you had to call like Coast Guard, and so did my friend who, mind you, had been like boating for like years. Like she grew up boating.
Yeah.
So, they obviously forwarded it on to, and they said like they didn't tell me like I was wrong to call them. So they just I was just informed then like it would just be quicker, obviously, response time. But so there's that. But it is a really good resource app. Like there are a lot of like things on there, but it is nice because it'll give you like your longitude and latitude if you go onto that app and everything. You can also, when you go to the Coast Guard website, I don't know the exact link, but we can link it. I'll find it and we can link it.
Okay.
You can get up to 3 of them per household. There is a waterproof sticker that you can get for your watercraft, and it's basically if you get separated from your kayak, canoe,
Oh, so like
paddleboard, etc., it
it'll
has
be
your
track.
contact information.
Oh,
Yep. On there. So, and it's a safety for multiple reasons of like to make sure then you, the person, are okay, and then to, you know, get you back with your
yeah, that's very
stuff.
cool.
So, um, so there's that. And then I use the Windy dot app. So it's like windy.app app. And this is to look ahead to see what the wind speeds are. Because fun fact, at least for paddleboards, and I believe it is relatively the same for kayaks as well, the wind speeds might be a little bit different. But if you're on a paddleboard, the wind speeds are supposed to be below 12 or below for safety. So you can type in the body of water that you're going to be on, and then like you click it, and it'll give you a forecast on the wind speed. So for example, right now, the wind speed is a 3 on the Lakeshore State Park water. Currently, the sky is clear. It's 64 degrees, but it feels like it's 59. It'll also give you like a general like weather forecast.
Yeah.
It'll show you the direction of the wind also. Give you like sunrise, sunset, all that kind of stuff, and gives you some more things on there too. And you can like pay for like more information as well, but it's nice to look ahead at. And you can like save your favorite bodies of water and all that kind of stuff. And then the final one, so it's technically not an app. However, I saved it and it like then looks like an app. So this is from the Milwaukee Urban Water Trail, and they have an online version and then they have a version that you can then save to your phone. And so if you just go to their website, you can like, save it, like book it like a home screen, and it's an interactive trail map of the Milwaukee River. And what it does is it makes it so you can filter your route by alerts, bathrooms, boat ramps, paddle-friendly public access sites, water access, and picnic areas. So you can like filter through with that. But like, so example, like if there's like an alert, you can like click on it. So like right now, currently, as we're recording this, there's a log jam at Barnacle Buds.
Alrighty then.
It also gives you water levels and hazards on here, and everything. It'll let you know if there's any rapids at all. So right now there's like 2 rapid spots, uh, too. So you can click on. So that's kind of cool too. There's also currently higher water in certain areas, so like it'll tell you that. And looks like there's a couple dams right now in some spots too. So like all things that like would kind of
It
suck
looks
if
a
you
lot. Like I didn't really even think about all the things to be considered with like
yeah, and it would like suck if you got on the water and then
like, oh, I've done this area before, it's no problem, but like it changes because nature. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. And then you can just there's information like a link like if you wanted to report something right on there too. So I think this one, especially obviously if you're doing like the the Milwaukee River Parkway area, important. It also even has like the Lakeshore State Park on here too, and a little bit of the Menominee River Parkway passage is on here as well, since it connects. So yeah, it's kind of cool, kind of a cool resource. So and then I originally had tracked the routes in Zen Kayak, but I now track just because I can track more than just paddling in the app. I use Strava. Yeah, Strava is how you pronounce it, I think. The Strava app to track the paddling. And what's kind of cool, I just like to track it because, well, one, it was useful in the situation when I had the situation on the water because I was able to show it to like the authorities just to like
Oh yeah, where you'd been and
kind of prove what happened, like kind of like, hey, like this is where where I was, like you can see like exactly
I was
where
in the
I
process.
was staying to, and I mean they thought that was pretty neat that I could show them that. But but then it's kind of nice, maybe you want to share like the route that you did with somebody and say this was a really, really nice route that I did today. Like I highly recommend it. But so Zen Kayak you can do it, but also Strava is nice if you do other activities because in Strava, so because if you do hiking, run, walk. You can even track regular workouts in here too. It does all sorts, running, trail running, walking, hiking, bicycle, mountain bike, gravel bike, e-bikes, canoeing, kayaking, kite surf sessions, rowing, sailing, surfing, swimming, windsurfing, stand-up paddleboarding. So like it really separates like the things. It even has winter sports, so like ice skating, alpine skiing, backcountry skiing, Nordic skiing, snowboarding, snowshoeing, inline skating, rock climbing, roller skiing, golf, golf is in here. Skateboard, football, badminton, tennis, pickleball, CrossFit. So like there's a lot of like sports in here that you can track, but it does a GPS option so it can track your trail and everything, and then you can like add friends on Strava and then like give kudos and stuff for things, and you can like take pictures and like share photos and stuff too. So it's kind of cool.
I don't know if I know any golfer that would want their GPS tracked where you could actually see how far off the target they are off.
Right?
Like, oh, isn't the fairway over here? How come you went there?
That's
Yeah, I
funny.
can't see my dad using that for sure.
But yeah, so just kind of some fun resources. But I'm, excited to like learn more about it because definitely like a novice beginner at this point, but I think um successful with how much has been done so far, I feel, in such little time with it. Like gotten a good use out of it,
Yeah.
for getting it like the end of the season, so to speak. So
Yeah, you just definitely jumped in and did the thing.
did the thing. Who would
Yeah,
have thunk?
I had big plans for the summer and getting outside, and I did not do the thing. I had a list of parks that we were gonna go check out with Bradley, and literally not a one got done. I was really planning to check out some pools. I got exactly 0 pools. Yeah, I did not do the thing. I did lots of things, but not
Lots of
that.
things. Fall is still good for parks.
Yeah, true. Maybe not the pool part, but
Maybe not the
yeah,
pool bar, but
still have a list of very cool, really cool looking
parks.
parks in the area. Yeah, I mean area being us. We make a pretty big area, but yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you've done a lot of stuff with little kids. Have you checked out
I've done some interesting ones. It's been a minute.
there's Imagination Station in it says Waukesha County. I keep thinking that's just Waukesha. So I'm not exactly sure where that is, but it looks really cool. It's an inclusive playground.
Okay.
I mean, we don't need per se, but I always appreciate that.
I feel like they do a really good job on those playgrounds, though.
Yeah, now I think that most of the newer ones are really stepping up their game.
Yeah.
Especially when I look back to what I grew up on. We had really steep metal slides, and we would, I don't know, some of my friends don't remember this. They think I'm crazy, but when I was little, we would take wax paper to the park and like buff out the slide so it was faster.
Are you serious?
Hot metal in the summer wasn't enough, and it was usually like there was not like ground rubber at the bottom. There wasn't even wood chips. It was almost always like pavement. Like,
Okay.
so yeah, see what they're doing now is pretty different.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's also a really cool one I want to go to in Kenosha, but then I think my list has 10 or 12 on them from and everywhere in between.
Is Possibility Playground on there? That one I've been to. That's in Port Washington.
Oh, no, that's not on this list, but I have
That one. It's again a universally accessible playground, but kind of cool because it overlooks like Lake Michigan. When I used to work out in Mequon, we did a field trip like with the school age program there.
There's another one. It's a waterfront playground, Harbor View Plaza. It says it's hidden at the east end of Greenfield Avenue in Milwaukee. I need to go there and check it out because the pictures doesn't really look like a playground. So I'm not really sure what's happening there. So that one intrigues me for that reason. And then I'm gonna probably not say it right. Is it just Andrus Park?
Oh, that's right by me. That's my park.
Yeah, I guess. Lisbon and
Enders?
Summit. Let's see. Enderis.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay. It's on this list, but I'm not sure what is there, but there's like metal trees, and I thought that was kind of ironic. So I'm like, I just kind of want to go see that.
Oh yeah, they've got the little metal trees like
Yeah,
on the yeah.
like big giant fake trees. And then I didn't think it was a good option for this year yet because we're getting braver, but
Yeah.
in another one in Waukesha is the Fox River Park. It has a really tall slide, like down a
Mm,
hill. I don't think Bradley's quite there yet.
yeah. I once got stuck on top of a slide when I was babysitting,
Like physically stuck, not like
like emotionally and mentally.
okay. I was gonna say that's what like at State Fair stuck.
Yeah. It's a neat like little it's smaller playground. It's off of Menominee River Parkway,
Okay.
right? So it's in like Tosa. It's got this funky slide. It's taller. And the kids were like, "Oh, like Miss Angela, like, you know." And so I went up on top of it and I got stuck. And this random parent that was there with their kids had to help me down because I really was stuck.
Yeah, that sucks.
And I had 3 kids there with me, and I couldn't because it's not a normal slide. It's not a normal slide.
But I feel the need to investigate now.
What park is that? It's with like the quarry. Is it Hart is it Harton Park? Harton? Yeah. Harton Park. It's actually
Okay.
kind of a neat park because so it's built on the site, yeah, it's built on the site of a former quarry. So there's like information like you can like walk around and there's like these cool like statues and like information pics and things.
Okay.
And like you can like walk to the top because there's like trails and stuff and like a pond and they do a farmers market on Wednesdays from 4 to 7 p.m. all the way through September. But I got stuck on the slide. It's a funky slide.
All
But
right.
it's also nice because they have swings. I love when a park has swings.
I feel like it shouldn't be a park if it doesn't have swings. I mean, that's how I feel.
Swings are good. You gotta love when a kid's face lights up when they see a swing.
Yeah, I was just going through running out of space in my Google account, like my online storage. So I was going through stuff if I could get rid of stuff. And I have like the first time I took Bradley to the park and put him in a swing and
Yeah,
the laugh on a swing is the best. The best.
you gotta love it. They're building a new park too, over by the zoo. Did you see that? Yeah. Gonna be Milwaukee County's first in the nation inclusive park. Beginning this fall, they're gonna start working on it. It's gonna be called the Moss Universal Park, and it looks pretty neat in the stuff they have.
Oh yeah, it does.
Look
I
how
just love
big.
how bright and colorful the
Yeah.
playground parks are now compared to back in the day.
But yeah, so they plan on working with the Ability Center, a local nonprofit, in partnership with Milwaukee County Park, with an equipment company called Game Time, which is an organization opening to build the country's first fully universal park.
Be interesting to see what that exactly
Yeah.
means.
So, its first phase of construction was this summer and partially open this fall. So it's gonna be 18 acres. That's pretty big.
Yeah.
So it says the existing playground will be replaced with a fully accessible one, including a 12-foot tower that allows people who use wheelchairs to climb, like a jungle gym.
That sounds very cool.
Yeah, and the playground's designed for people of all physical abilities to play together. Parents with disabilities also don't have to worry because they can access every part of the park. So maybe that's part of like the more like
Yeah.
universal aspect. Like it's not just looking at it's being for the kids, it's for kids and the parent or guardian. But it's also going to include fully accessible wooded trails, 3 sports fields, a fitness area, a challenge course, bathrooms, and clubhouse. Pretty neat. There'll also be quiet spaces for sensory differences, and it'll be 1 block from the zoo, which
Oh,
also puts it in, close distance to like the hospital, children's and stuff. So
very cool.
be close to public transport, and they expect ultimately it looks like the full project to be complete 2026, but like it looks like a phase of it should be open later this fall, another phase next fall, and then fully open 2026. So I think that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's something to look forward to for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to give that whole park tour list goal another try
Mhm.
in the fall, maybe
In the fall?
Yeah,
Maybe like one every 2 weeks, you know?
calendar's looking a little crazy, but it's a good goal.
I mean, like I would throw in like going to a park on the way to something. Like with nannying, you know?
Yeah.
Like we'd be like going to something and I'd be like, "All right, let's like stop at this cool playground on the way to either like wear them out before we did whatever it was that I was like, they could use some energy, whatever, beforehand. Or it was like we have a hour drive. Let's cut it short and play for a half an hour halfway through the
When my
drive.
boys were little, I've never understood like different people work different, but like I know so many people who are like, oh, it's late because the kids. Oh, if you don't have kids, you don't understand. You're always running late. Not me. My anxiety and I've always been on time, but when the kids were involved, I was even extra, especially early to everything because I always gave myself such a big buffer for all of those kid type delays
Yeah.
that we often stop at a park because we had gotten in the neighborhood of someone's house for an
Mm-hmm.
event or something, and
So early.
we had so much time. I mean, like my kids were forced to spend many hours just sitting in the car because we were like 10 or 15 minutes early to something where you don't necessarily walk in.
Right.
But if we were like 40 minutes early, we would stop at the park. Yeah. Yeah, you were surprised how many times you can just be like, park near me and find like just these little tiny hidden parks like
Yeah.
anywhere.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yep. So yeah, that's my goal, my thing to work on
It's a good goal.
outside for sure.
Thank you for tuning in to One of a Kind Milwaukee. We hope you enjoyed this episode as much as we did making it. As a small podcast, your support means everything to us.
Seriously.
Please consider subscribing, rating, and leaving a review on your preferred platform.
That's Apple, Spotify, Amazon, and iHeartRadio.
And don't forget to hit that notification button so you never miss an episode.
We have some exciting topics and guests lined up for the future. Don't forget to check out the show notes for links related to the episodes.
Keep an eye out on our Instagram story for bonus material.
That being said, make sure to follow us on Instagram at oneofakindmke to stay in the loop to learn more about local businesses, events, giveaways, and more.
Thank you again for listening. Until next time, this is Lisa
and Angela, hoping you have a one-of-a-kind week.